And I am live, I do believe. And I think that's my phone telling me that I just went live. Hello, welcome to my channel. This is my first time going live on YouTube. I've downloaded Streamlabs OBS and am starting to work with that and get that all set up. But for this time, I'm just using the default YouTube Studio thing, and seems pretty easy. I'll give a few minutes to see if anybody else comes in, but real quick, I want to recognize that Mike Wheeler was first, not counting Liesel's song. God, I don't even know how to say that, sweetie. It's great that you pick your own names, but you got to tell me how to pronounce that one. But anyway, Lisa Sonoma is my first mod. And as I said in the chat, my business partner, my firstborn daughter, my best friend. She's everything. Okay, Aya, that sounds good. That one I can say. But she is my first mod. And oh my gosh, I'm getting all kinds of notifications. I'm going to set that over there so it doesn't bug me. Anyway, let's see. And then we have Pepper Tree Village. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are the sweetest guys in the world. And I was telling Aya, my daughter, about Pepper Tree Village, and I gave her a link to the channel, and she wrote back and said, "Oh my gosh, they are so sweet." So I'm sharing your channel out, Pepper Tree Village, and look forward to catching up with you someday. Let's see who else. Monarch Moments, and I think you're a new subscriber too. Thank you so much for subscribing. And Keystone, welcome. You're a new subscriber too. Welcome. So glad you're here. And yeah, so welcome to my stream. Didn't really have much I wanted to talk about today. Just wanted to introduce myself. My first shout out is I emailed Dean from the Live Place about a month ago. And I said, it looks like you've got a lot of Disney streamers. Are you taking, channels from other areas? Because I'm not a Disney streamer. I live a 3.5-hour flight, almost 4-hour flight from Disneyland. I'm up near Seattle. And I did go to Disney World over 35 times between 1977 and 1991. It's changed a bit since then. So I'm not a Disney streamer. And I said, are you interested in other live channels? And he said, of course I am. I want to get a variety of live streamers. So I have been trying to work on my channel, putting it off, and just saying, I'll wait until I get so many subscribers. I'll wait until I do this, and what do I talk about, and all this other stuff. And if you notice, if you go back and look at my channel, I've got tons and tons of videos. I've been putting videos up for, I've had Pro Manhattan channel for almost 3 years now. And I'm a musician, I'm a composer, I'm a crafter, I'm a seamstress, I'm a costumer, and I'm an autism mom and a single mom and a widow and an orphan. And so I think somewhere in there I might be able to find something that we can live stream every week about. I'm really big into mental health. I suffer from a condition called PTSD, CPTSD. It is not military related. It is from childhood trauma and adult trauma. And so I was thinking that once a month, I'd like to do a stream of some sort of art therapy, using things around the house, and we do a project. Nothing that you feel like you have to have experience to do. And it's just to create art. That's how I am healing from all of my trauma and everything else that I've been through. And I would like to share that with all of you. Another thing I thought about was I like Trivial Pursuit. It wouldn't be Disney specific, but because YouTube is such a big audience, and I'm a little older than the average YouTuber, the current trivia stuff I don't get into. I remember the 80s. The 80s were great. So upcycling, yes, upcycling. I do a lot of upcycling. My motto for the channel since I started it was anything with nothing. I grew up economically challenged, we'll say, and my life is economically challenged now. So I can't just go out to the store and buy a bunch of crafty stuff. So I have to use what I got and what I find at thrift stores. I love thrift stores. I love thrift shopping. I haven't bought retail clothing in years because I go to the thrift store. I just can't see paying all these prices for a shirt, And then let's see, speaking of shirts, my Teespring store, I just put it in the chat. I have a Teespring store. Some of the merch, all the merch is my original art. For my music, I am a recording artist and a composer. I have several albums out, and there are links to those albums through my webpage, Pro Manhattan. I'm on Spotify, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Amazon, I'm on Deezer, I'm on iHeartRadio, I don't think Pandora has added my stuff yet. I didn't make their juries, but there are links on my webpage to all my albums. But for my album art, I create all my album art. And so I've got some things on my Teespring page with my album art. I've got, and then there's a set of merchandise it's a multimedia collage that I made. And I took the artwork and put it on some leggings and some shirts and stuff like that. So that's all at my Teespring store if you're interested in that. And then I have put another link in the chat, and I'm trying to read the chat about our Disneyland trip. And I have been trying to take my kids to Disneyland since about 2000, and we never made it. Well, my oldest daughter, Aya, and her partner and his family are making it possible for us to get down there to Disneyland. But we are kind of trying to raise some money for that trip. We'll be there around Easter time, and we're spending a week. We've got a lovely accommodations, which I'm not going to talk about now for security reasons, but I will be doing a lot of vlogging. My camera is my Galaxy S9 Plus, and from what I've seen, it does really well. I don't know about live streams because I don't know about getting Streamlabs on my phone and all that other stuff. And with my son with me, my son has autism. He is 14, beautiful boy, sweetest kid in the world, but he takes a lot of my attention. And so live streaming, I think, would be difficult. And so, but I will be doing a lot of vlogging about Disneyland with an autistic teenager. I've done a lot of searching online, and there's a lot about disabilities. And yes, everybody with autism is different. There are no two autistic people alike, but I'm not seeing a lot of teenagers with nonverbal autism like my son has. So I think that might be helpful, because I know there are a lot of autism parents out there who have not taken their kids because they don't know what to do. And Oh, we may have some other camera scenarios for recording with my resource. Yes, please. Aya will be with me down in Disneyland. So that's our next big thing we're shooting for. But I'll talk more about my music now. Because I love making my music. I work in several different genres. I do instrumental electronic, which I have 4 kids, and my college kid, who is in their 20s, said that it was chill wave. So, okay, it's chill wave. I have no clue. I just make pretty music on the computer and put it out there for the world to listen to. So, okay, it's chill wave. I have no clue. I just make pretty music on the computer and put it out there for the world to listen to. Jazz vocals in the style. If you went to a dive bar in the 1940s about midnight, and there's a chick sitting on a stool with a little combo singing songs, that's what you're going to hear. And where that comes from, this is my channel and my live stream. I got to tell you all about it. I grew up in the South. I grew up on the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, and we lived everywhere from Pensacola over to New Orleans. We did live in the French Quarter for a while. I can remember standing on the balcony of our apartment on Burgundy Street and watching one of the Mardi Gras parades go by in the late 60s. So Dixieland jazz is, and I was born about an hour away from the crossroads in North Mississippi. So, Cricket Fox, hi, Cricket Fox, hi, I see you. So jazz and, Elvis Presley's birthplace was about an hour away from where I was born. And my father was a radio DJ. And my mother was majoring in music. And so music was very important. I came out singing 4-part harmony. My mother was in a combo with my father and his brother. They thought they were the new Peter, Paul, and Mary of South Mississippi, and they toured all the college bars and stuff. But she played that 12-string until she, like this. She was 9 months pregnant playing that 12-string guitar. So I was nurtured in the womb hearing a 12-string guitar. So, it's only natural that I would be natural at harmonies and things like that. We spring ahead tonight. Don't forget, you got to spring ahead tonight. We lose an hour. I don't know. They've been batting a law around here in Washington. I know they've been batting around in other places too, to not switch times anymore. And honestly, I'd be fine with that. It really messes with my son and his sleep cycle and his rhythm. A routine is very, very, got to have the routine, and he's flexible within that routine, but there are certain things that are just, and the time change just messes him up. And usually he'll be out of sorts for about 4 days, and then he'll sleep 12 or 15 hours straight, and then he'll wake up and be okay with it. So I'm in Washington State, and we were the first case of coronavirus out here, and I think we're taking it pretty well out here. The government agencies and everybody has talked to us, and they're not canceling anything as of yet, but they're saying use your common sense, and if you don't think you should go, then don't go. They did cancel Emerald City Comic Con. It is a huge convention, international convention, and they postponed it till the summer. And there are some other little things, but for the most part, it's just common sense. And there are some people getting upset and very hysterical about it, but I was watching, I think it was Myers and the Mouse's channel today. And Kelly said, you know, you want the truth, go to the CDC website, read the truth. Yeah. A lot of people they're forcing work from home, but they're also paying people if they have to stay home too. The employers are really jumping up and helping. And in my state too, this was another thing. They said that they would authorize all the insurance companies, because we have Medicaid, low-income health insurance out here, and they would authorize all of them to do anything that needed to be done if the patient has the coronavirus, and they don't have to go through pre-authorizations or any of that stuff. The insurance companies will pay for, you know, to take care of the sick people. So anyway, enough about the coronavirus. So where's the channel going? Well, I thought I'd come on live today, and I'll be coming on live here and there, different times, different places, trying to find my place. It's different for me because like Pepper Tree Villa, you know, we're out here on the West Coast, and we live in the past, according to the United States. Everything that happens for the East Coast. And even when they have award shows and they show them live, we get rebroadcasts of them, because to show them live, they start them at 5 o'clock, but they don't come on TV here till 8, you know? So, yeah, trying to find my place in the streaming community, because I've got so much, and I do feel I need to narrow it down, and find my niche. I'll show you my shirt, and because I got other things to show you too. This says Gallifrey Stands, and if that tells you anything, I am a Doctor Who fan, the original and the new. I am a science fiction fan. Love reading, love writing. I am a big Star Wars fan. I saw A New Hope in the theater when it came out in the 70s with my brother, and I was blown away. And I've really been blown away with all the movies. There are some where the plot didn't go the way I thought it would, with young Anakin and all of that. And maybe they were trying too much to get the Twilight audience involved. Oh, thank you, Monarch Moments. Yeah, Keystone, that's my Chewy. I got these a couple years ago for myself. This is my Chewbacca from Build-A-Bear, and this is my Darth Vader bear, and I love them. And I am so excited to go to Galaxy's Edge. I want to go. Oh, I cannot wait to go to Galaxy's Edge. I've waited all my life. And when I saw, I'm a fan of The Mandalorian, big fan of Steve from Steve's World told me to get Disney Plus, so I did, and I love it. But I'm a big fan of The Mandalorian. And if you look at Batuu after you watch The Mandalorian, it makes sense. And it makes sense why they don't have Luke and Laura, because that would limit Galaxy's Edge, and it would limit imagination. Yeah, I want a Baby Yoda. I got a Baby Yoda t-shirt, and I got it for myself at Christmas. My little Baby Yoda. But so Batuu without Luke and Leia and Han and all that, it makes sense. If they'd have put them in there, it would have locked it in to it would have locked it into one paradigm of the Star Wars universe, you know. And so now it's open, and we can say, oh, maybe the Mandalorian came here, or whatever comes after the Mandalorian, it'll still have that feel and that theme. Granted, the rides are, you got your old school Star Wars and your new school Star Wars. I have watched the videos of the ride-throughs. Aya's partner has not. He is one of the people that will not watch any of the videos, none of the spoilers. He wants to see it all firsthand, and that's going to be exciting for him. Me, I've watched the streams. I've watched as many streams as I could, and just cannot wait, because remembering being, 14 or 12 and sitting in the theater and seeing the original, and now I'm going to be there, and it's so exciting. I don't think I'm excited. I'm sad because we're not going to be down there when the Marvel universe is open and Mickey's Runaway Railway. That's going to be later. I've watched the videos of Mickey's Runaway Railway, and I can't wait. But this trip, we probably won't do another Disney trip for a couple years after this. We don't get out of the house much. My son's happy at home, and we're kind of isolated. But when you are a special needs family, you do get isolated. Oh yeah, and like I said, I'm not your average age of a YouTuber, and people are always surprised. And I'll say it, I'm 54 years old, and I don't think I look too bad for that, and 4 kids and everything else that I've been through. But anyway, how are we doing on time? Okay. Have I missed anybody in the chat? Kathy's World and Friends. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. Thank you for your congratulations. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back through the chat. See, I'm from the days before the video and the headsets and all that other stuff. I started out on the internet in 1989, and we would dial in at 300 or 1200 baud on the modem on the phone into the college's Unix system. And then we could telnet wherever we wanted to go from that. And a friend of mine built a multi-user dimension, or MUD. It was a text-based role-playing game. And that's where I got started on the internet, was that and BBSs. Dabbled a little bit in the CompuServe and AOL and MRIC and IRC and all of that. Can remember installing Windows before it was Windows. With a stack of floppy disks and things like that. So I'm kind of tech savvy. With what I have, everything that I have, I taught myself how to do. Sorry, I'm kicking my table here. I decided to rearrange my house this weekend. So this is my new setup. And I like it better. I've got both my monitors so I can see what's going on. And oh, Mike, dude, someday I want to hug your neck, I want to say, Mike, ever since, I think it was about a week ago, I started closing my eyes and watching the streams with my eyes closed. Because I'm getting older, my vision is going very bad. My hearing from all the years of too much loud trombone players and tuba players. But anyway, but my ears still work better than my eyes. So I've started, and also watching streams on a little bitty screen, it's hard for me. So I started closing my eyes and listening to the streams. And it really adds a whole new dimension to it. I'm not trying to glorify it, but it opened different parts of my brain, and I appreciate things a lot better. Monofilament. You know, a lot of my videos on my channel are not videos of me. They're videos I've produced with my music. And that's another thing I want to say. All my music on my channel, composed by me. I don't use YouTube music or anything else. I have composed every sound that is on my channel. And that's another thing I'm going to get into is if people want music for the channel that they won't get dinged for. But they're getting ridiculous. And I really got to talk to YouTube about this. I sang happy birthday to myself on my channel in one of my videos. And it got claimed by Sony. The melody was the same as a Spanish happy birthday song that Sony had bought the rights to. And so they copyright claimed it. And you'll find a couple cover tunes on my stream. And at one time I did want to do a stream where I would sing some cover tunes and everything would be fine. However, I'm not monetized, so I don't get any money anyway, but I'm certainly not going to sit here and make videos that make other people money when they already have too much money. I'm anti-business. Oh, there's my son. Just came out of his room. He's running around. Let's see. For a slideshow? Well, if you go back and watch my... Go put some pants on. Go put some pants on. Sorry about that. We wear pants in this house, and sometimes he doesn't agree with that. Just like he doesn't like wearing shoes either. But if you look at my videos, I get a lot of my videos that I make, I get the background video or photographs from Pixabay. I do a lot of editing in Canva. I have Wondershare Filmora, and that is my video editing program. And yeah, I love making my music videos. But I like to think that even without the video, the music conveys something, you know. And, oh, wow, I've got 10 likes and there are 10 people watching. That is cool. That is very cool. Everybody's hit the like button. That is so nice. Oh, yeah, get your pants, Keystone. We wear pants in this house, you know. Got to have the pants on. But anyway, I've been on almost 30 minutes, and I think I'm going to wrap it up in about 2 minutes for now, but definitely not my last live stream. I'm going to spend some time next week working on the Streamlabs OBS and see how that comes together. Oh, yeah, Cricket Fox, we could do projects together. You know, hit me up. I am on Instagram. I am Pearl Manhattan Music on Instagram. I am at Twitter. I think I'm Pearl Manhattan. I'm on Facebook. I have a Pearl Manhattan page on Facebook. And no, Pearl Manhattan is not my real name, but that is my persona. And whoops, I have many names. Let's see. Jeff doesn't. Does our dream. So before I wrap up, some shout outs to some people who have inspired me like you wouldn't believe. Myers and the Mouse, Kelly and Mama. I don't know that they'll ever know how much they inspire me and propel me forward in doing things. Of course, my first contact with any of you was through Josh and Jenna with Resort TV 1. I don't miss a stream. I don't talk a lot in the streamers channels that are real large, because when they've got 1,000 people in there chatting, like with Corey Meets World, with this and that, the larger chats, there's just so many people, and they're just, the chat goes so fast you can't even read it. I put it on the big TV. I have a big Roku TV that I put the stream on that. And so a lot of times I'm not even looking at the chat. So if you've tried to talk to me in the past, and I didn't respond, please accept my apologies. It was because I can't keep up with the chat. The writing's too small. Who else am I going to shout out to? The guys at This and That. All four of them, they bring so much joy to my life. I don't think they'll ever realize. Who else? Pepper Tree Villa. God, I love those guys. They are amazing. And but most of all, I want to thank Dean from the Live Place, because he didn't bat an eye when I said, are you interested? He just said, okay, let me know when, and I'll set it up. And so look for that. I will be, all right. You got me on Twitter. So if you have any questions, I think the next time I'll give a little more prep and warning, and we'll have an activity planned. Oh, real quick, just real quick. We got into a discussion on Myers and the Mouse today, and I brought up, and I said, to get over the past, you've got to have gratitude for the past. And I'll just leave you with this real quick. It's a realization I've come to about gratitude. I had thought gratitude was like happiness, that you had to have this joyful feeling to have gratitude for something. And I look back at my life, and I'm starting to realize that even for the unpleasant situations that I've been in, I'm able to look back at them and say, I have gratitude for that moment. Whether it's lesson learned or for my betterment, that situation had to end because it made me a better person. It made me jump off the cliff. It made me take the leap of faith I needed. So try and have gratitude for the things in your past. And for me, triggers and flashbacks and things, and that's how I'm trying to manage those triggers and flashbacks, is to have gratitude for that time. Doesn't make it all right. It's kind of like forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It doesn't wipe it away. You just got to be okay with it. That's where it lies. That's where it is. Like if you break a cup and it's on the floor and it's in a million pieces, you can't really put it back together. You have to be okay with the fact that the cup broke. Okay. And that's gratitude. Anyway, y'all go on and have a good day. I know This and That is, Shep from the Shep family is on in a little while, like 2 hours, I think. And so make sure you go catch up with Shep. It's always a fun Saturday night. I watch YouTube instead of watching TV now. And that's my Saturday night go-to. Anyway, maybe we'll get an update on Zip's trip that he had down to Disney World. Anyway, Keystone, thank you. Thank you so much. And Mike and Mark and Cricket Fox and Pepper Tree Villa, all y'all, thank you so much for coming. If I didn't see you in the chat, my apologies. Go down and check out the rest of my videos. I've got a lot of music. I've got some cooking. I've got some mental health. I've got some crafting. I'm at currently today, thank you new subscribers, I'm at 270 subscribers. So I'm very happy about that. And I may have a big celebration for 300 subscribers. So y'all have a great night. Thank you so much. Mwah. Mama Pearl says, take care.